From deep in the heart of Texas, it's On Second Thought, powered by Hook'em.com. Hosted since 2016 by your favorite sports columnists, Cedric Golden of the Austin American-Statesman and Kirk Bohls of the Houston Chronicle. Let's do it, fellas.
On Second Thought, brought to you by Hook'em.com. This is Cedric Golden, joined as usual by Taylor's favorite duck, Kirk Bohls. And Duck, the Texas women are having an epic season. Double bye in the SEC tournament coming up, just chilling, waiting around for the victim and their illustrious point guard, Rori Harmon, joins us. All-time assists, all-time steals leader in Texas history. Rori, how are you today?
I'm good. I wouldn't say we're chilling, but it is nice to have a double bye.
Relax and rest a little bit, right?
Yeah, for sure. It was needed. It was good.
Cool. Well, if you would just kind of summarize the season, has it gone kind of like you thought and hoped? I know you wanted to win the league outright, but you're right up there with the Vanderbilt in the top three there. Has it gone kind of like you had hoped?
Honestly, I probably would have expected it to go better. I don't really like losing, but I'm not saying it's been bad. It's been great. We've only lost 3 games. We're 28-3. That's like
Yeah.
what a lot of players like wish and ask for in the season. Obviously we have like higher standards here and whatnot, but I'm glad it's turned out the way it has been. And it's been rough. It's been a tough like run. We've played and won some really top 25 hard matches, and I think we've won 12 now, or is it 11 or 12?
13-3.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would say that kind of just sums up the gist of how our season is going. And yeah, I think we're on a good like flow right now, and heading into the SEC tournament and NCAA tournament.
Second team SEC, first team all defense, banner final season for you at Texas. Rory, this is coming down the stretch, and it's going to be weird no Rori Harmon playing, bringing the ball down next year. I don't know if we'll still be alive, but somebody will.
I'm dead.
She's got to get another year, said. She's got to
Oh,
get
yeah.
another year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, football players getting 9 years because
Yeah, and it was like a hassle for me to get my fifth, so
I
I
know.
don't understand
I
that.
let me ask you something. How are you guys taking advantage of this chance to recharge? I know you're practicing and honing in some stuff, but how are y'all taking advantage of this? This is basically the longest break that you'll have this season.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us in the past, so we've stacked up some minutes for sure. With some of our teammates being down at the beginning of the season, so this was like really needed for a few of us, and of course all of us. Um, but I would just say like I think we all have an edge to us like now. Like, we didn't really like obtain the goal of, winning the conference and whatnot. But I think now there's still an opportunity for more championships. And so I would say we're just honing on bringing that fiery edge and like making sure and holding each other accountable to the fact that like we're not going to let each other lose and whatnot. So um, we'll see what practice looks like today. Um, and we did have 2 off days, but and we don't play until Friday. So, but that doesn't mean we're not doing anything. We start practice today. We practice tomorrow. So it'll be good. I think it'll be a different level of intensity and urgency starting today. And obviously, like this is my 5th year, so I know what it looks like. So yeah, I'm ready to bring it today.
Is there different kind of motivation for this tournament because it's just a prelude to what where y'all want to get, and you played all these teams before, and right now you're on the 1 seed line as the 4th number 1. Do you lack a motivation other than just your own internal? You guys hate losing.
Um, I there's a lot on the line right now, honestly, and I think we all know that. We all know there's a lot on the line, and so um it's going to be up to us. Like it's literally us, our deciding factor if we're going to stub our toe or not. And I think we're all highly motivated to um, win win the conference tournament. Like I'm pretty sure all the teams are looking forward to getting that goal and obtaining the championship. And so um, I would say, like I said, we haven't been in a team setting in a couple of days, and so honestly, I'm excited to see how everyone approaches practice today. Because as you guys know, like practice and how we attack practice with the intensity and urgency that we should have, like it kind of sets the tone for the tournament. So I'm excited to see that.
Well, the teams that beat Texas have a combined record of 82-9. So you guys are battle tested. How much of that is being battle tested? How much is the competition? How much is playing for Vic Schaefer, who is very demanding, very well publicized rant after the Vanderbilt loss, and of course, I think he's still mad at me and Kirk because we both kind of took him to task for saying you guys are soft and had no heart, and Vic reads everything we write. Trust, he reads it all.
I
Um,
figured.
but how much is it being playing for maybe one of the most demanding coaches in the history of the game?
I mean, ever since I've been here, we've had a really great winning record, and ever since he's been here as well. So I think it's sometimes people don't realize like the demanding part of him is the reason why we're so successful. Um, yes, we have great players, but it's up to him and us players to decide like how we're gonna let him coach us and how demanding we want him to be. And he's asked, he's like, "Oh, well, am I being too hard and all this? Like, am I asking of you, like asking too much of you?" And what you want from a great team is the response being like, "No, we need you to be demanding. Like this is this is good. Like this is how good players become great players. They allow coaches to coach them and be demanding of them." And so I think that's why we're in the position that we're in. Um, Along with just our talent that we have on this team, like we're able to figure stuff out as a team. And um, I think when we're all like locked in and have that mindset of like, let's demand. Not only does he need a demand of us, but we need a demand of each other. That's where we'll start to see some really great things happening.
But there's also demanding, and then there's Vic Schaefer demanding, and and that's what drives Sid and me crazy sometimes. Like we know you guys aren't soft. You guys are, to me, the antithesis of soft and gritty, hard nose, stick your nose in it, take charges. We know that.
Beat UCLA and South Carolina back to back
Yeah.
there.
Soft teams don't do that. Soft teams don't. But so and when he sat you those two fourth quarters, you know, Cedric and I are kind of screaming at our TVs, like, no, no, you're better when she's on the floor. Did that tick you off, motivate you? Did it have any effect on the team's psyche?
Yeah, it pisses me off, honestly, because I need to be in the game when, like, I want to be able to be in the game whenever it matters. And so, obviously, at that point, I wasn't, and not in a way that I'm like mad at our coach and his decision. I'm mad at the fact that I'm not in there. Like, I want to win. I want to make sure that we can win as a team, and I feel the best when I'm on the court. I feel like I can do more to help the team, and so at that time, like obviously that wasn't the thing that was necessary, but it was like a motivation. Like I will never let you think that I'm not capable of being on the court at that time, or I'll never let you think or it ever cross your mind that we're soft or a soft team or whatnot. But I don't think we're soft. Um I think it was just in the heat of the moment when you lose a game like we did. I mean, we don't normally play like that, as you guys can tell. Like you guys know all the records, who we beaten and all that stuff. I think it's just a matter of like being locked in mentally. I wouldn't say we're like a soft team. We're a pretty aggressive, physical, and tough team, and so um, I think that just like motivates us all to never let it ever cross his mind again to want to say those things and you can become a victim and just cry about it and whine about it, like, "Oh, my coach called me soft," Um, but you can also be that person that's like, you know what? I will never let you even let that thought come across in your mind for you to want to say that. And I think that's what he kind of was expecting from his team, to respond in that way. And so, yeah, I mean, all you can do is learn. I mean, everything, there's things that happen in the season that you don't like, and there's things that happen in the season that you really do like. So, and it's never going to be the case where you're going to like everything that happens. You're not going to always like the coach's decisions. You're not going to always like how the game went. You're not going to always like how you played. Like, it's just, it is what it is. But I'm a person that cares about winning. And so if whatever it takes to win, I'm bought in.
It's sports, man. It's sports. I know you
Mhm.
just got a taste of the Final Four last year, and man, it was so fun. How do you think that experience last year will help players like you, Matty Booker, Oldacre, Jordan Lee, Justice? You got a taste of the big time, and held your own against Don Staley. How's that going to help you with this current title run that you hope to embark on in a couple of weeks?
I think the experience, like kind of names that you listed, like the experience is one thing, like to have it's really good and beneficial and advantageous to getting back. Because not a lot of people have experienced like the mental and physical demanding asks that a Final Four team like can have. And so um sorry. So I think our experience in knowing that, and then when you're there, obviously this is my first time and everybody else on my team's first time. The names that you listed, first time in the Final Four. When you're there, it's like an absolute need to get back. Like that's the standard and the expectation now to be in that light, to play the best of the best, to be the top four teams left, and so obviously that's where we want to get back to, and it starts today. It starts today. It starts with people who it starts with leadership. Um, it starts with the knowledge that we have on our team and the pieces that we could put together to get there.
If you look at your team and examine it, Rory, just seems like y'all have so many more weapons. Justice is leaps and bounds better. You got Leah Crump coming in as a freshman. Kyla's upped her game. Jordan has really upped her game. Does it
Mhm.
seem like a lot more firepower, but still the same defensive intensity on the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like our team is so versatile and so loaded with so many people that can do so many things, and that truly is what makes us dangerous. And it's not even the offensive threats that we have. It's really just our toughness and like our defensive toughness that obviously we've had to learn and show the new people or the freshmen or like just reemphasize like we are a team that takes pride in defense and everyone has their role. Like you said, Justice has her role, Jordan. Like there's so many people that have increased their role and impact on this team. But the number one thing is like we play defense. We could I realize in the games that there's games that we don't do good, in our opinion. Like there's some games that we don't do good, like offensively, or we feel like the flow of offense wasn't good. But like our defense is what really wheels us through. Like our offense is great and we have offensive threats for sure. We're definitely a team you can't turn your back on anybody because somebody will whoever you turn your back on will probably light you up. But that to that aside, when we are all locked in on defense, that is really what gets us through. That is our like electricity. That's our motivation when we're all locked in defensively. And so yeah, a very versatile team, but I've seen us play some really electric defense before, and I think that's our separators as well.
That's your identity.
Hmm.
Gotta ask you about. I mean, you got the SEC is a grind. It's a grind. All those teams in the top 10. But I gotta ask you about the outside the SEC. You guys are busy
Hmm.
schedule. Do you pay any attention what's going on the national level? UConn sitting at 31-0 with Sarah Strong and AZ Fudd and Big Lauren Betts. UCLA is rolling at 28-1, and then you get those five SEC teams right behind them. Do you ever get a chance? Do you watch the highlights on Sports Center? Do you check out YouTube highlights to see what might lie ahead when you guys get through this SEC grind?
No. I mean, as far as I know, you obviously, who's first, second, third, and fourth. I know, like, we're fourth, and I know who's ahead of us. That's kind of as far as like looking at highlights and whatnot. No, I'm not really paying too much attention to that. I mean, we obviously like watch games because when you're an athlete and you're in season and other teams are playing, like you turn on the TV and watch some games. Not necessarily to scout, but we just love watching basketball and all these teams play great basketball. And so we've already played UCLA. We haven't played UConn. We've already played South Carolina. So we have an idea of like what teams are doing and what they're about. But no, I'm not necessarily like looking that far ahead. I think right now, we're kind of just focused on the SEC because we still have this tournament to play. I know the conference games are over, but this tournament's like we have to like literally have to do it all over again. We got to play the same teams all over again. So no, we're pretty focused on the SEC right now.
And it is a grind, like you said. You're also the spokesman for Human,
Yeah.
the sponsor. I was curious, do all the girls take Human, and what is it you feel like it does for you?
I wouldn't say all of us do. I think I've witnessed a lot of them, maybe not consistently. Yeah, that's good. Maybe not consistently, but I
But
witnessed a lot of us, like a few of us take like beats, the powder before our games, and
Right.
um, I've definitely put my parents on and whatnot. But yeah, I truly am 100% behind beats, there and human in their products because I truly feel a difference. I
Do you?
am like almost scared to not take my like beet powder before my game because I don't know what I'm gonna feel like, but I get like a burst of energy. I feel really good and so yeah, I'm all for human and beats. I love our wonderful CEOs of Human and Beats. They always come and support me. I love how the Moody Center just like makes it an effort to make sure it's known that we're partnered with humans. So it's all great. I love being a part of a human.
at this point, I nailed the trivia because it's not trivia anymore. It's the same question. Up there, you never see it. You're concentrating during a timeout, but they do a human trivia during every.
Yeah, I've heard my parents tell me, not that I've like seen it and have been paying attention for real, but I've my parents have told me and I can like hear like them like doing the heart beating pump thing during their it's kind of hard to miss it. It's pretty
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, and you're getting NIL money. That's cool. I mean,
Mhm.
women athletes are making money just like the men. And have you seen that explode? In your time at Texas, Rory,
Yeah,
for
for
women
sure.
athletes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in my first couple years, where everybody's trying to figure out what this is and what the rules are and what not what rules to break, and so we can all keep our eligibility. But once it was figured out, I think brands and the athletes and schools have really like used it to their advantage, and everyone's able to help everyone in this opportunity. So I think it's great to be able to use my name, image, and likeness to support a brand or whatever it is, um, and I'm able to get a profit off of that. And um, it's I'm pretty grateful. It's a really big change in sports and especially for women. So
I'm not sure there are any rules, but when I see them, I don't pass them along. Last one for me. I'm Kirk and I were in College Station the other day, and we had Texas men beat A&M, shut down Reed Arena. Talking to Tremont Mark and Jordan Pope and Kendall Weaver. This is it for them. This is their last NCAA tournament, and I told Kirk, I said, I need to ask Rori Harmon. This is it for Rori Harmon. If she doesn't get that ninth year or whatever, like it. Um, the urgency to get it done this year, how much has that driven you in what's been a banner season, senior season, graduate season, whatever we want to call it? How much has that driven you? And do you get the feeling that your teammates look at you and go, this is Rory's last year. Let's send her out with a championship.
yeah, every year it's been very important for us to like get as far as we can and try to win a national championship. But I think obviously like when it's like, oh, this is your last chance, like, in the previous years, like, oh, I got next year. Oh, I got next year. Let me try again next year. Like, it obviously is a lot more special when this is like your last year. Like, this is like you want to like lay it all on the court. Like, because there's no more. Like, there's no coming back. There's no like, oh, let me pull another year. Like, no, you can't look back, and you obviously don't want to look back and be like, oh, I should have played harder, all this stuff. Like, whatever happens, like the result wise, like it happens and things happen. But I just want to make sure, like, and I think my teammates know, of course, like I can see it in their eyes and I can see with the things that they say. Like, we want to make sure that we're doing our best, like in everything that we can do, like selling out.
Right.
Because this is it. There's no more tries. There's no more chances to try to get it done. And so yeah, I think it's kind of known without, I mean, Coach Schaefer like reminds our team, like, we have 5 seniors on this team, and like if you're gonna do it for somebody, do it for them. So I think it's great. It's permeated throughout our program, and it's very well known that there's not too many games left, and so we just want to make sure we lay it out on the court. But I'm excited. It's definitely a lot more special.
Well, your legacy is intact, obviously, and you're going to be remembered as one of the immortals here on the 40 acres.
Thank you.
And you told Sid and myself that you've already got 2 degrees, one of them in sports management. What are your future plans? And you looking for the WNBA? You're a sports management graduate. You're going to own a team. Maybe
Yeah.
bring a WNBA team to Austin. What are your future plans?
Oh, sounds great. But yeah, future plans definitely would for sure be on a team in the WVA and get drafted, and then after that I couldn't tell you, but I do have aspirations of like being maybe like a GM, general manager of a team. I think that would be really cool. I feel like I have a lot of characteristics and attributes to contribute to something like that caliber. Obviously, work my way up, but I think that would be something I could look forward to in my future.
Not coach? Not coach?
Coaching is kind of like, I'm not saying I'm not open to it or I don't want to do it at all, but um, yeah, that's a conversation for another time. I'm looking at something else right now.
Man, right here. I love her. I love Renee Montgomery. She's such a great example for young players who played it. She played in the league, and then got her money, and now she's in ownership and on TV as well. And you'd be
That's
good on
cool.
television, Rory. You would be good on
Thanks.
television. You would
That
be.
means a lot. Well, now I
You
can
would
run
be.
with that.
Don't tell them that we said it because they won't let you in the door when you two clown
Yeah.
represented. So yeah, don't
That's
tell it.
funny.
Yeah. But we appreciate you joining us. Good luck down the stretch.
Thank you.
We will see you during the postseason. Can't wait. Going to be 2 games at Moody, and then God, I would love for it to be Fort Worth, Rory, but I think you
That
guys
would be great. That would be great.
be
They can
Fort
get that
Worth.
done. They can get that
I
done.
hope so, man, because I'd
It would be great.
much rather drive to Fort Worth than fly to California. I just would.
Yeah.
Just would.
Yeah.
But we
Be nice.
appreciate you, and thanks for taking some time out, and
Mm.
we'll see you at the gym.
All right. Thank you guys.
Good
Bye.
luck, Rory. Bye-bye.
Doug, appreciate Rori Harmon for stopping by the pod. Let's bring in a Longhorn legend. This man needs no introduction. He is the greatest linebacker in the modern history of Texas football. I know Tommy Nobis was in the 60s. Those are the good white players back then. But when the brothers were allowed,
Whoa.
hey, I'm just saying, I was born in the 60s. I can speak on this. I was born during the civil rights movement.
Can you?
When the playing field was opened up to all persons, Derrick Johnson stands as the best Longhorn linebacker. He does.
He takes a back seat to nobody. We know that. He
takes
is
a
Longhorn
back seat.
royalty.
He is Longhorn royalty. He is the leading tackler in the history of the Kansas City Chiefs. Nagurski, Lombardi, you name it, he's won it.
Butkus.
Joins us today. DJ, how's it going?
I'm doing well, man. You make me look good telling all those stories, man. I don't know about that. I don't look like the Some people look at me now, they're like, that's not DJ. He lost 40 pounds and his hair is all off. Like, who is that guy?
Making me
You're-
dizzy with this camera thing you're doing. It was like,
I know. I don't know what it.
oh,
why
no, it's fine. Just right there is perfect.
it's the. I don't know why I don't know why it's doing that. I really
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll just leave it be. We'll just leave it be. It's a TV problem. The people listening on audio don't care. Trust, they don't care. Now, Derek, we're going to talk about the wonderful event that we all three were a part of a couple weeks ago at Four Seasons for your Defend the Dream Foundation. But first, a little bit of news. Some Texas Longhorns have just finished up at the combine, and there are a couple, two or three that we wanted to ask you about. First of all, you went through the combine. How important was that experience for you? Was it essential? Did it feel like just a meat market? Because that's where a lot of people say, or was it something that really opened your eyes the way that college from pro adjustment that you're going to have to make?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pony show and meat market. It really is, but it's important. It's one of those things where if regardless of if it's hyped up or not, it's something that you have to do. It's something that you need to do, and you need to do it well, right? And when it comes to the 40-yard dash, when it comes to the interviews, when it comes to position drills, when it comes to the vertical broad and everything that they're looking at, of course you got to go back to the film to really connect the dots from everything. But it's the most important interview that they have for the rest of their lives, and it's a big deal. And we had a few Longhorns show out.
Yeah, but you had the film. I think you could have skipped the combine and you still would have been
Yeah.
top 15 picks. But
Oh, yeah.
and you go through interviews, don't you? I don't know what kind of car wash it is. Did you interview with every team up there?
Well, it was about 10 to 15
Yeah.
teams, and you go in there, and it's kind of nerve-wracking just because you it's probably 6 to 8 people sitting up there waiting for you. I mean, some have head coaches in there, some have defensive coordinators, some have offensive coordinators, and they're just and they have all their scouts in there. Everybody's just trying to figure out who you are. Do they like the personality? They already have a preconceived notion of who you are, so they're just trying to connect the dots even more. If they're going to pay you a couple $1 million, they just kind of want to know who they're getting. And it's about time you get to the physical part where you're running around. You're ready, because the first 2 or 3 days, it's a bunch of talking, and then just on the board doing different stuff, and everybody's ready to physically get out there and change it up a little bit on that last day.
I was wondering if the Chiefs showed a lot of interest to you, or if they were coy and like, yeah, we don't know about this Texas guy.
Well,
Because
you,
they don't
you,
want anybody else to steal you away.
you know what, they did show interest. Honestly, Dick Vermeil told me that they were too they had a too late of a pick to pick me. They're like, we're at 15. We know you're gonna be gone before 15, but if you are at 15, we got to get you. We need to ramp up our defense.
Wow, they told you that. Wow.
Yeah, we're going to get you. And I'm thinking in my head, I ain't gonna be
Ain't
at
gonna be
15.
there. Ain't gonna be there.
Where'd you think you were going? Who
Well,
did you?
I honestly thought I thought I was going to Detroit at 10, and then after they didn't get me because they had what's his name, Williams from USC.
Oh no.
The Williams, yeah.
Oh, the
yeah.
receiver?
Yeah, the receiver. Yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
yeah. So he was still there. They had him high on their board. So Detroit picked him up third. So I was like, oh man, I knew Dallas didn't want me. They needed a edge rusher. They got DeMarcus Ware. I knew San Diego's didn't, because they went to go get another edge rusher. That's Sean Merriam. So he was really good. 13. I'm like, oh, here we go. We got 13. And guess what? 13th pick come up, and I think one of my cousins from Houston calls my phone at the same time.
no.
And I'm like, shh, everybody, be quiet. I pick up. He's like, hey, what's up, cuz? I said, hey, man, you got to call back, dude. You can't. Like I
What
hung up real
timing.
Only the biggest day of my life, and you going. And you
Oh
know he's
my
probably watching the drive too. God, come on, kid, folks.
Oh, you need to
but
school him, man.
but lo and behold,
Yeah.
15 came around and Chiefs was like, oh, we gotta get him right now.
Oh man, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. What do you think Ant Hill's gonna do? Because Ant Hill is you're his one of his mentors, and Ant Hill is being projected late first, early second, which is a
Yeah.
little lower than I anticipated. Um, how important do you think he put up a great combine? How do you important that was for him, and do you think he's going to move up as a result?
That was real important for him because he didn't finish the season like he wanted to because he was hurt.
Mhm.
And you know how that goes down now after you miss a couple games. Nobody really plays in a bowl game, so his stats, kind of go lower than it should because he's a dynamic player. He's a big dog out there on the field. He's like if you would categorize him as a dog, he would be like a Rottweiler because he's a a menace when it comes to the mentality of playing linebacker. I've been around him a lot. I've seen him before he got here, and then I've seen him when he left. You talk about somebody that loves the game of football, takes a lot of
Nice.
pride, can run, can rush the passer. He can jump in windows and play the pass. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, he's got a man. He's a. It's hard to find a Mike linebacker. He's a true Mike linebacker that can kind of do a lot of stuff. So in first round I wouldn't be surprised if they just pull that trigger.
Do they ask
Well,
Mike
go ahead.
linebackers to do more now than they did in your day?
Yeah, just because offenses are more innovative, they're more evolving, and it's you got to be the quarterback of the defense. And the younger you are, I mean, that's just shows your maturity. I unfortunately it still worked out for me, but I was so good on the football field. They was like, you know what? We got to put you at Mike linebacker. We got to keep you in the game all the time. You have to start calling plays. You're a smart guy. And I never called plays until maybe my third year. And then I started calling the plays and my game took off after that because it makes you a smarter player. Yeah.
I wonder if you were more physical than Ant Hill. I mean, y'all have similar speed. You're very fast on the field. I don't know I don't know if you ran a 4.5 or faster, but
Yeah. I ran a 4.5 as well. Now we're different players. He's like I said, he's more of a Rottweiler. He's a guy that he's just gonna just run through you. He's not gonna be as slippery as I am
right,
at times.
right.
Both work. Both work on the football field. They're gonna
Yeah.
make plays.
Here's the other thing, Sid, and you remember this. Nobody stripped ball carriers like you did, and I don't know how many end up you having forced
Yeah,
fumbles.
not nine. Well, I had nine in my last year, just nine, and that was a record. Yeah, that was
It
big
was
time.
incredible, and I don't know why other coaches can't teach that, DJ. Do you know why?
You know what? I think they do teach it. I think what because I go up to the practices at times and people do make an emphasis of it, but I think as a player, you have to take that baton yourself and practice it even more when you're out there in live action because every play you can't go for the ball. So it's
No.
different angles and different times where you have to make split second decisions to make a play on the ball, and that's what separates yourself.
What about Michael Taaffe running the 4.5 and
I was big.
drawing some comparisons to Harrison Smith? What do you think that did for him?
Yeah, Taff is stand up guy, smart guy, a overachiever, right? Come in as a walk on and a guy that made a pretty dang good career being an All-American as a Texas Longhorn. He's a fan of the Longhorns, and he's from Austin. So I think it's awesome. I think he's a hard worker. I think whoever gets him, whatever round it is, they're gonna have a guy for a while, and he's gonna surprise everybody. Where you say, man, he's not the biggest guy, he's not the fastest, but he somehow makes a play, and he's just smart, and he's into it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets more years out of NFL than people give him credit for.
Yeah, he's going to stick for a while. I don't know if there's anybody else you like. I like the tight end Jack Indries. I don't know if there's anybody else that you like in this draft from the Longhorns.
Yeah, man, I mean, when you talk about Trey Moore, when you talk about guys that can play, but they were tweeners, and the stats didn't quite add up. In the
Right.
NFL, believe it or not, they'll find a place for you if you're a really good player. So that happens all the time. So don't take their stats in college, especially coming from University of Texas. Don't take their stats in college and say, oh, equate it to NFL. Like we got some players, some really good athletes that's going to turn out really, really good in the NFL.
Kind of like Priest Holmes said, 200-yard games at Texas kind of blew up with Kansas City, just like you did.
Yeah, Brendan Schooler, 6 years
Yeah.
now in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Well,
Taft's role
Yeah,
model.
and
Right.
man, that's the one thing about Texas guys. They play special teams. Before we get out of here, we just had a ball at the Four Seasons a couple of weeks ago. The Defend the Dream Foundation is Derrick Johnson's foundation, which is aimed at eradicating illiteracy in Title I schools. We are on the front lines. I'm blessed to be on the advisory board, and I hosted the event with Brad Booker. We raised $650,000.
Awesome.
We are going to be refurbishing some local libraries. Been doing 2 a year. What's the plan moving forward? Are we going to do 4 DJs?
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna start doing 4 a year. I mean, all it takes is money, man. And I tell you what, man, I want to thank my advisory board. Thank you for just putting on a great event. Thank you, Kirk, for helping out when it comes to sponsoring tables. It was a fun night. It was our first one. And sometimes you put the bar low for your first one because you got to go through some stuff. And we're like, I'm looking in there like, man, where are we going? Like, this is
The
You
this
need a
leadoff
is
bigger
home
room. You need
let
a
off-
bigger room.
leadoff home run. We let
Yeah.
off a home run.
it was really, really refreshing to see Austin support Derrick Johnson's celebrity waiter night like they did. Man, we're just gonna make it bigger and better. With the bar is set high, so it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
We're gonna get more money from Kirk Bohls next year. You're doing his bathrooms. If you can redo a toilet, you can help a young kid learn how to read. That's all.
See what I said, DJ?
That's all I got to say about that. That's all I
Count me
gotta
in.
say
Count me in.
about that in your 6,400 square foot house and
No, bigger than that. Bigger
Your
than
house
that.
almost big as Derrick Johnson. You ain't been down on football. What are you
Stop it.
doing? Sports writers ain't supposed to live like that.
I ran a 5.2 in the 40 too.
I bet you did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, watches back then. But
That's right.
if you want to give,
Yes.
$25 will buy a book for a library.
Yes.
A book that might last 10 or 15 years. How many kids get to read that book?
Yeah, and this is these are Title I elementary schools. So these are the elementary schools. When you go in there, you say, wow, they need some enhancing and a library makeover, and Defend the Dream caters to that. And we are helping so many kids, and it's right here in Austin. So
Right
Great
here in
calls.
Austin.
Great calls.
Go to DerrickJohnsonFoundation.org.
yes,
And
yes,
you can donate on that page. Help these babies out because the streets do not require a diploma.
There you
There's no
go.
degree plan.
Yeah.
If we get these kids reading at middle school level, by
Yeah.
5th grade,
yes,
okay. If we get them reading
Yes.
at high school level by middle school, they'll be okay. And if we
Yep.
can get them reading at college level by high school, they're gonna be great.
yeah, and it all starts early. So I appreciate that. You got to get them early before they
Absolutely.
get up. Yeah, Yep.
We are 36th in the world in literacy rate. That
Wow.
does not cut it in America. We've got to be better. And you're only as good as you treat the less fortunate among you. And that's what we are doing. Kirk Bohls, we appreciate you being such a supporter of the foundation. So many people out there. 42 tables sold out at the Four
Sold
Seasons.
out.
We are
Mayor's
gonna
there.
do it again.
Everybody's there.
Kirk Watson, BJ Johnson, Dale Conte, Mac Brown, DeLoss Dodds, Derrick Johnson, Beverly Johnson, his mother. Her birthday, we sung to her.
Yeah, we did.
You guys
She
missed
was so proud.
it. Go to the Defend the Dream Instagram page and Facebook pages to get some photos of that event. And we will be talking about it for these months to come. We're already planning next year, Duck. It's going to be bigger and better. Get out your checkbook, big dog. Come to you.
Got it.
More funds.
Got it. We salute you, DJ.
Man, thank you so much, guys.
Stopping by, man. Thank you so much for everything. To Brittany and the kids, we said hi. And
will.
we'll see you soon, my brother.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all so much.
Take
Yeah,
care.
DJ.
All right.
Doug, great conversation with a Longhorn legend, Derrick Johnson. Wonderful podcast. Thanks, DJ, for stopping by. Appreciate the great Rori Harmon getting ready to make one last run at a national title. We got so much going on, and we appreciate you for watching us on YouTube or on your audio devices, anywhere you get your podcast. We are having so much fun doing this, and we will continue to bring you the biggest and the best here on Second Thought. He's Kirk Bohls with newly remodeled bathrooms, and you are not. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
That's a wrap. You've just experienced On Second Thought, powered by Hook'em.com. Want more? Join Sed and Kirk every Thursday for a fun sports ride from the ATX. Find archived episodes anytime on YouTube, Apple, Google Play, and Yahoo.